What is addiction? According to Wikipedia, addiction is defined as the continued use of a mood-altering substance or behavior despite adverse consequences. What is smartphone addiction? Smartphone addiction is an addiction that can be destructive to social lives outside of mobile devices, including smartphones. Although it is not an official addiction, it is now prevalent worldwide as it causes trauma and anxiety among other symptoms. There are some common behaviors which can give a sign to measure the smartphone addiction. The first sign is you check your smartphone frequently for missed calls and messages, even though you are doing other important things such as having lessons or meetings. Second, you always have a feeling of uncomfortableness when not holding the smartphone for a very short time. The third symptom is that you cannot leave home without your smartphone. Fourth, you feel nervous when the phone is without signal or the battery is running low. Admittedly, smartphones are very useful and are changing our lives a lot. However, more attention needs to be paid on the negative effects of smartphones. By knowing these negative effects, one can classify addiction and avoid being addicted to smartphones. According to the statistics provided by Parks Associates, we can see that the number of people using smartphones since year 2010 has been increasing by millions, and is expected by year 2015, the number of people who use smartphones will reach an expected 2.5 billion people. Based on the research done by Jumio, many people have admitted using their smartphones in unusual places. It is shocking that some of these places, such as in the shower, in a place of worship, and even during sex, make it to the list. This is a video by Microsoft showing some people using their smartphones at the oddest and most inappropriate times. Take a look.
Really?
Really?
It's time for a phone to save us from our phones. New Windows Phone, designed to get you in and out and back to life.
Thanks to the great improvement of electronic technology, the smartphone can serve various of functions such as text messaging, checking locations, web browsing, video calling, online gaming, and many more. It seems that people nowadays can't go anywhere without a smartphone and are beginning to use their smartphones excessively. This phenomenon is worldwide, and it raises the concern on the problem of smartphone addiction. People nowadays seem to just be addicted to their smartphones. According to new research by Ofcom, about 1/3 of teenagers describe themselves as highly addicted to their smartphones. However, they regard this phenomenon as normal, as they don't think they became addicted because they believe that using their smartphones are actually just daily part of their lives. The question falls on whether using smartphones is a need or just an addiction. It is very hard to distinguish a need from an addiction. However, we can look at the influences and impacts of smartphones on people to give us a clear indication on smartphone addiction. With regards to the simple definition of addiction given in the earlier part of the documentary, it is fair to say that addiction will always result with some negative effects on the people. We can categorize these negative effects into two aspects. The first aspect would be psychology. Addiction can affect people psychologically, as people spend lots of time on their smartphones.